Recently, there have been a number of reports of pyramids, huge great pyramids in Antarctica.
Pyramids in the Google Earth image are just mountains. Their pyramid-like shape is called a horn. Area of Antarctica that some people claim clearly has pyramids covered in snow.
Are you ready for a mystery that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about Antarctica? For years, the icy continent has remained an enigma, shrouded in a veil of secrecy and mystery. However, recent discoveries have revealed a startling truth. An entire advanced civilization has been hidden beneath the ice for thousands of years, waiting to be uncovered. But who were these mysterious people, and what secrets do they hold? Buckle up and join us on a journey of discovery as we unravel the shocking truth behind Antarctica's hidden past. For years, people have speculated about the existence of advanced civilizations throughout history, pointing to massive structures like pyramids and temples as evidence. The sheer size of these monuments has baffled scientists and archaeologists alike, as they were built long before the invention of modern construction equipment. In fact, some of these structures are so awe-inspiring that they have been named as wonders of the world. But while most of these pyramids are found in places like Egypt and Mexico, recent discoveries have shown that there are still more secrets to uncover, even in the most unexpected places. One of these places is Antarctica, where a pyramid was recently discovered. It's a discovery that has left scientists and historians scratching their heads and wondering what other secrets this icy continent might be hiding. Now, did you know that Antarctica wasn't always the icy terrain we know it as today? Before the Ice Age, it was a land with settlements and people, but the ice suddenly engulfed the continent, freezing it for millions of years to come. But before it was frozen, people were aware of Antarctica. It was even named on maps that date as far back as 1513. But did you know that there might be more to its story than we originally thought? One detail that complicates its discovery is that it wasn't found during the period documented by Antarctic explorers. Could this be a clue to how an ancient civilization in Antarctica managed to hide from the rest of the world? According to history, Antarctica was first sighted in January 1820. That was the accepted truth until a German theologian named Gustav Deissmann discovered an ancient map in 1929. The map was drawn on a gazelle skin parchment in 1513 by a Turkish cartographer named Haji Ahmed Mahidin Piri, also known as Piri Reis. Even though only a third of the map remains, it is incredibly accurate, depicting the western coasts of North Africa, Brazil, and Europe, as well as several Atlantic islands, including the mythical island of Antillia and possibly even Japan. However, the real mystery is how a continent that was only discovered in 1820 is shown on a map that dates back to 1513. Thaddeus von Bellinghausen, a Russian explorer, reported seeing Antarctica's ice shore in the last week of January 1820. But how did Piri Reis know about it over 300 years earlier? Picture this. Rumours of a hidden city in Antarctica were swirling for years, but many dismissed it as mere speculation. However, conspiracy theorists and scientists alike refused to let it go. In fact, some scientists believed that Antarctica was home to the legendary lost city of Atlantis, and that it was ice-free at a point in time, thanks to a theory called crustal displacement. They went even further to suggest that an ancient civilization once thrived there before the last ice age. Could this have been the fabled city of Atlantis, founded by half-god, half-human beings, and first described by the Greek philosopher Plato in 360 BC? The odds seem in favour of the theory, especially since the 1513 Piri Reis map confirms the existence of a continent that matches Antarctica's location, and NASA has detected signs of an advanced civilization there. It's enough to make you wonder what else could be hiding in the frozen depths of Antarctica. Underneath the thick layers of ice in Antarctica, there are indications of a human settlement. NASA's Operation Icebridge mission took remote sensing photographs of these clues. But the evidence doesn't stop there. Google Earth captured images of a pyramid-like structure jutting out of the ice, providing proof that humans once lived in the area and built a man-made structure. However, some people believe that the US government is trying to hide the truth about this discovery from the public. Despite the skepticism surrounding the pyramid, some still insist that an ancient civilization or even aliens may have had a hand in building it, given its size and shape. But simpler explanations also exist. According to the principle of Occam's razor, scientists suggest that the pyramid-like structure is likely the result of hundreds of millions of years of erosion, not human construction. As Eric Rignot, a professor of Earth System Science at the University of California, points out, pyramid shapes are not impossible. Several peaks partially look like pyramids, but they only have 1 to 2 faces like that, rarely full. Deep within Antarctica's Ellsworth Mountains lies a true wonder, a mountain with a pyramidal shape like no other. The daring American aviator Lincoln Ellsworth discovered it, and according to a 2007 research paper from the US Geological Survey, it's located in the Heritage Range, an area known for its ancient Cambrian fossils. While this mountain may not be the tallest, it's still a sight to behold, standing at nearly 1/5 the height of North America's Denali. And let's not forget about its unique shape. Professor Maury Pelto from Nichols College in Massachusetts confirms that the pyramid-like form could be the result of freeze-thaw erosion. Picture snow and water filling up the cracks of the mountain, only to freeze and expand as temperatures drop, creating the pyramid shape we see today. So while some may dream of lost civilizations and aliens constructing pyramids, the true mystery here is how nature can create such incredible formations. This particular kind of erosion happens repeatedly, which creates larger cracks that eventually cause whole sections of rock to break off. And this force is also likely responsible for the shape of other pyramidal mountains, such as the famous Matterhorn in the Alps. What's interesting is that the unnamed mountain seems to be made of one uniform rock layer, which has eroded evenly on 3 of its 4 sides. However, the 4th eastern side rises towards higher terrain, suggesting that the erosion wasn't as uniform on that side. Despite recent news outlets claiming the mountain as a new discovery, it's unlikely to be the case. There's even a research base for climate scientists nearby called the Patriot Hills, where the mountain can likely be spotted from. Let's say we agree that the pyramid-shaped mountain in Antarctica is indeed a mountain. But what about other evidence of advanced civilizations building complex structures? Take, for instance, the ancient temple of Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, which features intricate geometric architecture and was constructed by hunter-gatherers over 11,500 years ago, 6,000 years before Stonehenge. The temple's technical precision is perplexing to modern-day archaeologists, making it a source of fascination for researchers worldwide. Professor Avi Gopher of Tel Aviv University's Department of Archaeology and Ancient Near Eastern Civilizations is among those studying the temple, and he marvels at its wonder. Göbekli Tepe is an archaeological wonder built by Neolithic communities 11,500 to 11,000 years ago, he explains. It features enormous round stone structures and monumental stone pillars up to 5.5 meters high. Since there is no evidence of farming or animal domestication at the time, the site is believed to have been built by hunter-gatherers. However, its architectural complexity is highly unusual for them. Although the temple has been a topic of hot debate since its discovery by German archaeologist Dr. Klaus Schmidt in 1994, the issue of architectural planning during these periods and its cultural ramifications have not been studied as intensively as the remains themselves. Many experts have argued that the Göbekli Tepe enclosures were built in stages over time. However, Muki Hakle and Professor Gopher beg to differ and claim that 3 of these structures were actually designed as a single project with a coherent geometric pattern. The layout is full of spatial and symbolic hierarchies that reflect changes in the spiritual and social world. According to Hakle, we used an analytical tool and algorithm based on standard deviation mapping to identify the underlying geometric pattern that governed the design. This groundbreaking research provides valuable insights into the early development of architectural planning in the Levant and beyond. Professor Gopher adds, it offers new possibilities for interpreting the site as a whole, especially the megalithic anthropomorphic pillars. For a long time, it was believed that certain architectural practices, like using geometry to design building layouts, only emerged after the transition from hunting and gathering to farming, which happened around 10,500 years ago. But a new discovery at Göbekli Tepe in Turkey challenges this assumption. Interestingly, early farmers tended to use rectangular designs for their buildings, but the structures at Göbekli Tepe are circular and complex. This suggests that significant architectural changes during this time were driven by knowledge and expertise rather than just evolving naturally with new lifestyles. Muki Hakle believes that these findings shed light on how cultural changes occurred during the early stages of the Neolithic period and how specialists played a crucial role in the process. Architectural planning methods were developed in the Levant during the late Epipaleolithic period and early Neolithic period. According to new research, these methods were used to create abstract designs and organizational patterns during this crucial period of human history. However, this does not mean that advanced civilizations did not exist at some point in Earth's past. Recently, archaeologists have uncovered a lost network of ancient cities in the Amazon using LiDAR technology. The settlements were constructed by the Kasarabi communities between 500 AD and 1400 AD. And the level of complexity found in these structures is nothing short of amazing. The excavations in the Llanos de Mojos savanna forest in Bolivia revealed intricate settlements hidden under the thick tree canopy for centuries. Scientists were surprised to find structures unlike any they had previously discovered in the region, including massive terraces spanning 22 hectares and towering conical pyramids. The site also contained a vast network of reservoirs, checkpoints and causeways stretching several kilometres, which challenges the view of Amazonia as a historically pristine landscape. According to scientists, the area was not a wild and untouched landscape, but rather a place where indigenous communities created and maintained urban centres for centuries. So could there have been advanced civilizations that once inhabited regions like Antarctica, or are these structures simply the result of typical human construction? We'd love to hear your thoughts on this matter in the comments section below.